first live episode of the mic drop.
Howdy.
Well, not live, but...
I'm about to say, why are we doing that? What do you mean?
On camera. What's going on, guys? Mike Robacher, Sean Booker, Omar Hassan. What's going on, boys?
Not much, bro. How are you?
I am good. As you guys could tell, we do have TV with the mic drop logo in the background.
Let's not forget our hoodie back here, too.
Merch
pretty cool.
Link in the bio.
Link in the bio.
So, what's going on today, boys?
What's on the agenda for today, my man?
I want to do kind of a current event thing. Mostly Australia.
Yeah.
You guys
Great
hear
topic.
about that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's pretty devastating.
It's sad, yeah.
The whole country's basically, from what it made it seem like on the news or Facebook, whatever, the whole country's on fire almost.
Yeah,
I'll give you some comparisons later. But, I mean, this picture here is probably one of the top 3 devastating pictures I've seen.
If there's a dead koala, I swear to God.
Kangaroos.
It's a kangaroo hopping. You can see everything just set on
Oh,
fire.
yeah.
I mean, that is pretty...
It's not only, all these animals are losing their lives, but people
People
are losing their lives, but people are also losing their homes, all their belongings. Their house is gone.
Mm-hmm.
How do you... Where do you live after that? Where do you go?
I don't know. The
You know what I mean?
government's probably setting up shelters and stuff like
What
that.
if those burn up? Where do you go? You know?
They move inland. I don't know, dude.
Oof.
It's just sad. Ironically, I feel like a dick saying this, but I feel worse for the animals than for the humans.
Well, the humans are the ones that started it. Somebody did.
Yeah, like
good people, who knows?
We're the ones that are
I don't think it was
planet.
officially started by one human.
Well, it could have been anything.
I think
from
it was
flicking a cigarette.
I think it was a wildfire, but then they kept adding to it.
Well, how do wildfires start?
Dryness. That happens all the time.
Nah, it's got to be some type of...
Yeah, but it starts with like a cigarette butt or something.
Well, yeah, not intentionally setting. There's actually people who actually did set fires. There's another picture. Well, that one's depressing too.
The koala bears.
This lady is looking at a kangaroo laying on the ground, roasted, basically.
Oh, poor thing.
That is a terrible thing. I can't say that name ever. What is it?
Koala?
bear.
Yeah.
They're so cute, man.
can't say it.
I wish
Look at
I
those
could've
claws,
grabbed
though,
one.
dude. They would tear you up, bro.
I would have grabbed one.
I would have grabbed 100 of them if I could.
I think they need a specific like habitat. They can't live in the States and stuff like that.
Well, I'm sure, yeah.
So
I would
there's
love to have one. They're
look
awesome.
at that. That right there. That is
Oh, that's just sad.
depressing to the finest.
Humans are a plague on this planet.
For sure.
We're ruining it.
For sure.
Not everyone. No, but let's get some statistics down. 27 plus people were actually killed from this, which says, my heart goes out to all the families who were involved in that.
For sure.
May they rest in peace.
2,000 plus homes destroyed.
Well, I bet.
Oh.
I
That
bet,
doesn't
yeah.
seem
Where
a
people
lot,
go.
but
If you think
it is-
about it, dude,
that's a
it's
good-
not just like their homes destroyed. Can you imagine all the time they're going to spend away from their homes? Their kids going to school is going to be disrupted. Like everything from homework to like daily tasks to everything.
Your whole life's going to change.
Oh, if they had a wedding scheduled, like
Yeah, done, yeah.
is, like everything is disrupted.
Yeah.
Like it's uprooted. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Got 20. I'll save that one. 300. And we just got off the podcast of saving the planet, plastic waste, CO2 emissions and stuff. 350 million tons of CO2 released in the atmosphere from all these fires.
I bet. Hell yeah.
And at one point, I know that the ozone was already depleting over in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
They did end up reversing that over time, but now I think that's just causing it.
Yeah, it's going back the other way again.
Yeah. As this one hopefully survives, 1 billion plus animals were killed.
That's
I bet.
so sad.
I'm surprised, honestly, I don't know all the types of animals that are in there in Australia, or if only Australia hosts a certain species of animals, but if there is...
They have some
Well, it
specific
could be going
species
extinct.
which are specific to their continent.
Yeah.
Like those massive spiders. I know you
Oh, that's
hope
okay.
they
Those
die.
can be... That's okay.
That
Now,
would be
get out of here.
I know you hope
They're cold
those
blooded,
die.
aren't they? They don't like the heat that much.
They'll still get roasted. But I don't want them to die either.
Once they're gone, they're gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
you
nothing
may not like them, but...
Yeah. I mean, platypuses are known for living in Australia, but they're in the ocean, basically.
Yeah.
They're
They're beautiful creatures.
not online.
They're mammals, I heard.
I did see, I don't know if you guys seen it on Facebook, somebody posted pictures of Australia of like certain plants, like up close personal plants, of the plant or flower blooming again.
Wow.
Like fresh green leaves coming up from the ground, coming out from the trees.
California, Dennis actually told me about this, that there's certain plants that only drop their seeds when they're exposed to extreme heat. So it's part of the natural cycle where once the summers come around, there's fires, and they drop their seeds to reproduce.
Gotcha.
So some of their seeds like are exposed when they're burnt and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
There you go.
God's looking out for us, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Mother Nature, man.
Yeah.
Got to rebuild herself somehow after humans destroy her.
Australia is more of a country that's usually hot all year long, correct?
I wouldn't know, but
I'd assume.
I guess I know one thing though, which I learned recently, that their seasons are flipped. So when it's winter here, it's summer there. And when it's summer there, it's winter here.
That's winter here.
So it's summer there right now. That's not
crazy. I was like,
pun intended.
whoa, how?
Yeah, no pun intended. My bad.
Kangaroos live anywhere else besides Australia? I
don't think so.
I just know that they live there, basically in Australia.
I don't think
that's
so.
where I hear about them the most.
Right.
And these little guys, don't know much about them either. But my heart does go out for all the animals.
I've seen people with carloads full of koalas trying to save them. They're just throwing out koalas in their cars, just get them out of there best they can.
They're so cute. I want one.
So we also, brought up earlier that people were contributing to the fire. They've made nearly 200 arrests for arson, which, well, let me rephrase this. 200 arrests for arson in the Australia bushfire. What kind of person are you to set more fires when it's already happened?
I don't know. People are messed up, man.
So what do you mean is arson, though?
Arson
They're
is
setting their own house on fire, setting their own car on fire?
They're contributing, not a flick of a cigarette, but that spontaneously sparks up in the air. More of they're, dumping gasoline or something, causing mayhem in the city that's already...
That's just messed up. You got to be a psychopath to do that.
Arson, at least in the States here, is pretty bad.
This here's a bit.
It's a misdemeanor, I think, maybe.
I think that would be a felony. I don't know.
It might be a felony. It depends on what's damaged.
The scale, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you burn a tire in the street, that would be probably a misdemeanor. But if you set a building on fire, that could be a felony. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, So you guys remember the Amazon fire this past year?
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's put this in perspective. That was 2.2 million acres that was burned.
That's huge.
How much do you think this one was?
Smaller?
Bigger.
Bigger?
Guess. Put a number on. That was
I'm sick of guessing numbers today.
2.2. That was in
Amazon?
Amazon.
3.5
I would
million?
say smaller because Amazon's bigger.
You ready?
Yeah.
20 million acres were destroyed. Statistics, by the way. I looked all these facts up before I started this podcast.
Facts.
That didn't work.
Lies.
That's 10 times the amount.
That's
Of
insane.
the
Yeah, that's
Amazon.
retarded. Oh,
I don't know how, I wanted to look up the equivalence of Australia versus the United States.
It's the size?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say for the podcast. Somebody took
The
a picture
size, I
of
think, yeah.
Australia and put it over the United States to see how big Australia is compared to the U.S.
I think it'd be
and
the
how
same
much is burning.
size.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Because it's a
definitely
whole
covers-
continent.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's
close.
one thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
whole
its own
continent.
continent.
So there's, surrounded by water and they're cut off.
Just kind of click on pictures, images.
I'm afraid to. It's a live podcast.
Yeah, there you go. See the
Yeah,
first
it's
one.
pretty close. If you don't count Alaska and
There to tell, but yeah, look at it. It almost.
That's
It
besides that,
basically hits almost all the states.
besides Washington in the corner and off.
Yeah, except right up here. But other than that, It hits Florida all the way up, all through here.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
in Washington, yeah, but
And those spikes you see up top, I think those would cover the states on the right and left. So it's just it's slightly bigger if you count square feet. I'd say it's slightly bigger, larger.
Yeah. I never knew Australia was that big. I thought it might have been like half the size.
It's a whole continent.
I know it's a whole continent. I've always wanted to go there, but
Big spiders. That's why you don't want it.
it'll rebuild itself back in time. Like I said, there's already
back to the CO2 emissions. I mean, look at
Man, that's insane.
yeah, it's nuts.
that is crazy.
Like, can't even imagine. Like, you fear for your family's life. You know, like.
Imagine driving down the road and
Well, I'll be turning around at that point. I'm no way I'll be driving down there. Like, nope, see ya.
Well, there's nowhere to go.
you're on an island. It's pretty much an island at that point. There's nothing connecting to it. I mean,
I did see a whole bunch of, I'm not sure what state they were from, but American firefighters were going to Australia to help fight the fires.
Wow.
And people were applauding them for
Respect.
coming into
Yep.
Australia
Yep.
to help out at the airport. There was just men
100%.
after man after man after man and just coming in.
I agree with that. I mean, you
Respect.
got to do what you got to do. People need help. And if anyone's actually, like, we're asking the same question, like, what can we do? What is there for us to do? We live in the United States and barely make an income. You could help donate. Assist current,
Every dollar helps, right?
current firefighter efforts through the NSW Rural Fire Service. That is one thing I did my research on. Really good organization. They're going to help restore and rewind the unique ecosystem, basically.
You want to put the link in the bio?
We'll put a link in the bio if you want to donate there.
Guys, if it's $1, cup of coffee.
I know online there was people selling like car magnets that says I donated $1, you get a car magnet. That proceeds to that too. I'll put a link in there. But if you don't want to donate anything to anyone or someone else, just make sure you do your work and make sure they're not scamming them, because there are bad people out there.
Yeah,
Right.
They'll just take your money for themselves and not help this
or
cause.
donate a small
Hey, if
portion to
you're
that.
against
Take the rest.
donations, that's your prerogative. If you want to prevent stuff like this from happening in the future, education is one way to go. Again, cutting down emissions, choice of foods, cutting down plastic usage, all of that. You can take whatever step appeals to you more.
100%. Guess I'll bring this up too now, because there are good people in this world. After we're just done talking about the bad, watch this video for a couple seconds.
You give them water.
Yeah, drinks the whole entire bottle. 2 bike riders.
They're that friendly.
I kind of want one for a pet.
I would love it.
I haven't either. We've seen plenty of them.
I mean, just look how thirsty and desperate these animals are.
Oh my god, they're
I
beautiful.
haven't got any more. He's so thirsty.
Oh, by the way, I love their accent.
But yeah, that was that video. So there are good people.
Sorry.
I mean, what's your opinion, guys? What do you think?
Thank you for that. I like that video. It's also sad at the same time where,
Do you guys remember when Notre Dame burned down?
Yeah.
Did you say no?
Notre
What was it,
Dame.
last
Oh,
year?
Notre Dame, that
the Catholic.
yeah.
The church.
Yes.
It was last year.
When
right?
that
I
burned
was thinking
down.
you meant Notre Dame, the college, for some reason.
Well, when the main historical church, whatever, started burning down, all these millionaires and billionaires started donating to help rebuild it.
Yep.
Or them not.
Or are they now? I don't know if they're not. Maybe the media's just not showing it. Because
Yeah.
that was all over
Yeah.
Facebook. Maybe
Media's
they're not showing it
biased
because,
after all.
it's whatever. But, I mean, if I was rich like that, if I was a celebrity, famous, had all this money, I feel like I would donate.
I would donate. I'd go out there.
Donate couple $100,000.
Dude,
I don't
you
know.
put a link of that stuff on your profile if you're a celebrity with millions of followers. You don't have to donate. If everyone that's following you donates $1, That's more than anyone else can donate.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Celebrities have a lot of power. It's social media.
For sure they do.
Well, yeah, that does help. Preach what you choir, though. I feel like if you're gonna tell people donate, maybe you should. Not saying donate $100,000.
No, I do my part. Yeah.
Personally, me, I'd like to get your guys' opinion too. If I was a billionaire per se, I would not only donate money, but I would privately fly out there to go help animals, try to help people any way I can actually do. Take a week and help them as best as I can.
Well, if you think about it, I don't know. Someone's got to do the math. You miss a week of work, you know. You're not
I'm a
making
billionaire. I don't care if I miss a week.
Well, okay. Well, flying out there, all the CO2 emissions and all that, you know, I don't know. Someone's got to do the math, but
Your health? Are you talking about your health is more important than saving these animals?
no. I mean CO2 emissions from flying out there, the trip itself. The cost of flying out there. If you
cost of flying out there versus the cost of saving animals and helping people.
No, if you just donated that amount of money, you wired it to someone and had them use it to save those animals, would that be more productive than actually using that money to travel and go there? But someone's got to do the math. I'm not saying it is more productive.
I mean, I'm just going to take a cruise and I'm going that way already.
Right on the cruise, that's Australia.
What's your opinion, Sean? What would you do?
I feel if I had the money, I would definitely be donating a good amount.
Yep.
Obviously, not all my money, but you're
every dollar helps.
If you're a celebrity, you know what I mean. Whether you're NFL famous, NBA famous, hockey famous, whatever, just movie celebrity, whatever. Music, you have money and you have money coming in.
Big money.
I mean,
so I would definitely, if I was there, I think I would something serious like that, donate it to. You know what
I mean, if you're like a professional athlete, I mean, you play hockey. 82 games a season. I know you're not going to get a week off to go do that. And if you do get a week off, you might not want to do that. But I mean, they'll probably donate money. Yeah. I mean, personally, I mean, if I was a billionaire because I got rich off of the #1 podcast in the world, I would definitely just go out there and help and donate. I mean,
but at the same time, what I'm thinking is like, for example, a hockey player, right? Him missing a week of work could be $500 million.
Well, he can't miss. He's signed a contract.
Yeah, I'm just saying if
that's what
he
I'm saying.
Chooses to, and if he pays $1 million instead to, he donates it. They can hire with those $1 million. They can hire 2,500 workers. You know what I mean? So that would be more productive for his dollar per, bang the buck ratio.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said before, my heart goes out to all the animals and people who lost lives. And if anyone does feel free to donate. There will be a couple links in the bio. You guys want to?
I did hear there was maybe this past week, beginning of the week, last week or so, whatever. They actually did experience finally some rain.
Yeah.
So dried out, and once everything's so dry out there, it lights up real quick, and it spreads real fast. But once when it's wet, it obviously it's harder. To put a wet log on a fire, and it just starts smoking away. It starts lighting up. You know what I mean? When things are wet, obviously, they take a while to light up, or can slow it down at least a bit to control it. Kind of,
That was about 4 or 5 days ago. Though it wasn't 2 days ago, right?
Like I said, beginning of the week maybe.
Yeah. So, around.
It was recent. Yeah.
Beginning of Sunday. I'm sorry. Beginning of last week.
Yeah, so about 5 days ago.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, here's a video of the 2 days ago from Australia. That's not going to help the situation even more. Get this posted up here for you guys. This is Australia news, guys.
Australia set to see another spike in temperatures as we go through Friday. Notice the heat building here, New South Wales, parts of the Capital Territory too, with the winds coming from the interior yet again. But there are changes afoot. Notice the cooler colours on our temperature map here. Behind this, a weather front which will bring drastic changes across South Australia and Victoria through the day and Friday. Temperatures may peak at 31 in Melbourne. They will drop later in the day. But further east, Canberra approaching 40 Celsius once again. And with winds coming along the shore just inland towards eastern parts of New South Wales and then coming in from inland across some western areas. Those winds combined are going to cause some fairly difficult conditions for firefighting. The wind can be changing direction quite rapidly, almost fighting out against each other. But there is some welcome relief from the heat yet again as we go through Friday night and into the weekend. Weather front works its way northwards, producing rain across the southeast, including Canberra and Sydney.
So they
as
get
it
more
works its
rain.
way north, a change in wind direction.
This was 2 days ago.
More moist and cooler winds to take us right into the start of next week. So Sydney will see some further rain at times, and whilst the rain will ease in Canberra, looking dry in Melbourne and Adelaide, whilst temperatures also starting to rise again next week into the 30s.
So, I mean, at first, he was telling how strong the winds were going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit. Obviously, the more winds it is, it's just making the
Blowing
fires
sparking
greater. You know what I mean? Oh yeah,
right,
it's blowing them
sparking
certain
more
ways.
stuff,
Oh yeah.
and it's hard to control, especially when the elements are already hard to control enough.
Oh yeah.
Getting rain though again, which is good. Yeah.
We also mentioned how it makes firefighting harder because
Yeah.
spraying one way and the wind's blowing the other way. Or
Yeah.
something. It's crazy.
100%. So yeah, thanks for listening to the first ever recorded session of the podcast. Don't forget to donate if you can. We do appreciate it. I will be donating today after this session. And another good news is we do have merch. Link in bio.
You know what we should do?
Go ahead.
If
Sean.
somebody does buy some merch,
10% of that
a
goes
portion
to-
of that, whatever,
There you go.
we can then donate also as well on top of our own donations to Australia wildfires.
So, like Sean just said, you buy the merch, we will donate 50% of the profit towards it, to donating it. So, plus I will still be donating my own money that I worked today.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
merch link in bio, or if you want to just straight up donate, go ahead. Those links will be also included. You guys have fun today on the first live or streamed video,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it at this point. I don't know. I'm new at this shit.
I knew
We
this
all
shit.
are.
So,
Improvements to
peace.
come.